I have proof. He's mine. He got quiet. This is his face. If you see this face on anybody's page, holla at this one right here. He laughing, but this is a public service announcement. You see CEO with that symbol in that face. That symbol right here. And that face anywhere on anybody's page.
Even a barber's page.
Even if the barber don't got something between their legs, if they don't have another same appendage as him, saying anything about he's the best barber, but I got him too, or something, anything in that vicinity, holla at me.
Oh man, man, this situation crazy as hell. Cause once I tell y'all, man, this dude did not care. Oh, trust believe he did not give a damn, man. So listen, what's going on is this lady right here was dating this dude, you know, and she wanted to surprise him. So she went on a little trip to go and surprise the homie. And things did not turn out for the best. By the way, her TikTok name is Bo Knows This. She is an artist that goes by the name of Bonita Jelaine. She has a dope voice. If you want to check her out, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to her TikTok and check out her Instagram as well. But she decided to share her story with us so people can grow with her. So I appreciate her for this. So let's see what she got to say.
Okay, so my boyfriend's been on for like 10 days. He has a investment property in North Carolina, so he's been working on the house. They, renovated and gutted it out, so he was there to like project manage, and I really, really miss him. And so I'm going to do a pop-up to surprise him. So follow me. But first I'm gonna go to Charlotte, hang out with my little cousin. She's having an event, so this just happened to be knocking two birds out with one stone. I'm gonna hang out with her for a little bit, and then he's like an hour and a half away from her, and then I'm gonna go and follow me. Alright guys, I'm about an hour away, and I kind of think that he knows I'm up to something, because he called me twice and I was still in the car within the last 2 hours, and I was just like, oh no, I just been running errands all day, me and Snow. Say hey, Bubba. Say hey, Snow. So I will keep us updated, and I'll see you in a bit.
Hey guys, so I'm in Charlotte. I'm with my cousin. Say hey, Day Day. Hey. Who would have believed that I would still be at my cousin's house? So guess what? Y'all saw my stories. You see my love story panning out on TikTok. Who would have ever thought that I pop up on my boyfriend and his wife answers the door? What? Yeah. He has a whole wife. He's been married. She said they celebrated 7 years. Yeah. And this man's still texting me right now. He couldn't come outside. This woman was like, I was wondering. She said, I was wondering who was born in your phone. She was blaming me, said that I knew. This man has lived a double life. For 5 months we've been together. A double life. This man has pretended to love me and to court me. And we just came back from Vegas. Y'all saw the trip we was laughing and joking about. And I'm so happy that I waited for so many things. And I feel sorry for her because she's stuck with him. I'm gone. But it's just another lesson. But who would ever thought? Why me? I'm in shock. I was so happy. I was popping on the supposedly love of my life. Like, be careful out here, women. These men are terrorists. Be careful out here. And pray for me, please.
And after all that went down, she wanted to tell a little backstory of how things led to this point.
And for those people saying, oh, it's only been 5 months. Yes, it's only been 5 months. But this man chased me for a year. I have known him more than the 5 months. This man chased me and courted me and tried to get with me for a year. And I finally decided to give him a chance. And it was beautiful. I can't say one thing besides communication that started lacking in the last month when he started renovating that house in North Carolina. Okay, so the ride there, he kept calling me. So we were on FaceTime, and he literally kind of like, listen, I can't lie to him. Our communication as far as talking to each other, we usually tell each other everything. And when I was like driving and he called me the second time, I was still in the car. He was like, where you going? And I was like, I'm going to see my man. And so basically the pop-up turned into him knowing that I was coming. And the plan was I was going to go to my cousin's house in Charlotte, and his place is an hour and a half away from Charlotte. So of course, he was like, babe, I don't want you coming all the way to the mountains, because he lived like further up in the mountains in North Carolina. He was like, and the place is a mess, like all the construction and different stuff, because they gutted it out. And he was like, I don't want you, here. And he said, I'll meet you in Charlotte and we can go watch the game. And I was like, well, my cousin is, her friends are having a Super Bowl party, and then found out my other cousin was doing a Super Bowl party. So he was like, we can go to one of those. So it was planned. So as I'm heading there, he's calling me throughout the day, but he said, I'm working on the sink. So he's working on the sink. And I was like, why are you working on the sink and you paid these people to do all this work? So that was first red flag. And so he was like, no, he said, because I want to try to get this together, because I want you to start coming out here. He want me to start coming out there. Wow. So as I'm getting an hour and a half away, which he's an hour and a half away, I was like, won't you? And he's like, well, I'm gonna come so that we can get there at the same time, because he missing me, I'm missing him. Like, when I tell you, this man had the biggest smile on his face just knowing I was coming. And first he was like, you're not coming here. When he realized that I really was coming, he was really excited. So I'm like, okay, this turned into a good thing. I'm about to see my baby. I haven't seen him in a couple, 10 days, almost 2 weeks. And I'm like, this is crazy. We never been apart that long. No matter how much he traveled, no matter how much I travel, we've never been apart that long. So when I get there, I get to my cousin's house, and it's about 4:30, almost 5 o'clock. And I called him, and he was like, he's still at the house working on a sink. But I get to my cousin's house. It was like 4 o'clock and 4:15, and I called his phone, and he was like, babe, I'm almost done. And he was outside, and I thought that was weird that he was outside. And he was like, I'm trying to find this pipe to turn the water off, because I done did something, I done messed something up. And I said, that's why you should have left it alone. You should have been messing with it. And I'm just laughing and making. I say, your girl is an hour and literally 15 minutes away from you, and you worry about a sink for something that I'm not even gonna see for a while. Bring your behind. And so he's like, I got you. So he's like, I'll be to you. So he was like, I'm gonna call you back. So then I'm sitting there, I'm talking to my cousin, we laughing, kiki and catching up, and he texts me and he's like, I'll be to you around 7. And so I show my cousin, we both go, 7? It was like, what? Like, mind you, he stopped the pop-up, so everyone's popping up. I literally was at my cousin's house waiting. So I was like, well, I'm tired. I'm going to take a little nap. I said, he better be here by 7. 5:39. I can remember, because I'm going to show y'all the text messages. He literally texted me. He was like, babe, I got so scared. Something happened. Water leaking everywhere. I had to call somebody to come and help. And he's like, please give me a second. I promise I'll be there. So I'm like, excuses is getting weird now. And so I'm like, what's going on? And so that was the last text message. That was at 5:39. So about 6:30, he's supposed to be there at 7. 6:30, I called him back to back. He did not answer the phone. It's like, what? Why you not answering the phone? Since when you don't answer the phone for me? And now everything is, all the math is mapping up. The times that he fell asleep, the times that his phone died. It's like all the stuff, the things that you don't pay attention to is all starting to math up. So anyway, you're not answering the phone. So I'm weirded out now. I'm so close. It's not like I'm in Atlanta. I'm right here. At this point now, you're about to get the pop-up. So everybody's asking me, how did I get the address? Why would I have the address to his house if that's so-called his wife? I'm asking myself the same thing. I did not have the address. So we have this thing where we share each other's locations. The reason why we share each other's locations is he's always traveling and I'm always traveling. And then since he was in North Carolina, that was a way for us to keep, in contact with each other and know that we were going to be okay. And so it's so funny because that day he had turned his locations off. So I had definitely saved it and I could not find the location, but I knew in the vicinity of where he lived. So anyway, I go try to find a location. I can't find a location. So my behind picks up the phone and I find the location from the picture that he sent me of the house. Don't ask me how I got it. That was all God. That was all my ancestors letting me know. And I literally found it down to the number, the block, everything of the house or whatever. But y'all already knew the block. He already told me. He's never hid anything from me. So I never had a question that this man was. I don't even know if he's married. Like, the story gets so deep. So anyway, this man said that he's not married. This man's still been texting me. This man's still been calling me. I'm so confused. Literally just got off the phone with him. I'm not going back. I'm not. My mother's like, you're gonna go back, and I was like, it's my decision to. I don't know what I'm. I woke up this morning thinking that I was gonna be feeling better, and I know I am. I'm here from this, but I woke up this morning angry. People were saying, like, I'm looking at some comments about, oh, he probably just wanted sex. No. In the 5 months we was together, we didn't start having sex until like the 4th and 5th month. This man, he knew that I didn't want to just sleep with him. He knew that I wanted love first. This man carefully loved on me. This man took care of my mom when she was not feeling well, came and cooked for us. This man has met my grandmother. This man has been around my family. This man has been at my shows, supporting me publicly. This man has intertwined his life, himself in my life with intentions of saying I was his future wife. And all the time, he already had that. When I got to that house and she was so angry, she cursed him out. I never talked to him that way. We talked to each other, king and queen. We called each other king and queen every day. That lady was angry. That was 7 years of hurt. When she pulled that gun out on him, and then she pointed it at me, I wasn't even scared. I was so hurt. I was standing outside crying. I stepped back from the porch. I didn't want to be on her porch out of her respect. That lady said that was her house. That lady said those were her 2 cars. She said this is her shit. This man has lied to me. I don't know what to believe. The man said that he's not married. That lady is probably the mother of all his children, everything. When she pointed the gun at me, it wasn't, I don't even think her anger was towards me, but she did point it at me. But I was so far back. This man wouldn't even come outside. When he came outside, he got in his car and he drove off. He said he drove off to protect me, because if he probably would have came to me, she probably would have shot both of us. But he drove off, and I went and I got my car right after that. This lady thought that I was gonna bring people to, like, I'm so angry and hurt. I would never, he can't even touch me with a 10-foot pole. I'm done. Seeing and finding the wedding pictures. I don't know. This man, everything he told me was a lie. Part of me was like, he really was all over my page, and we was living this happy life because he really wanted to start all over with me. But she said they celebrated 7 years. Everything that woman said. I wish I could talk to her. I wish I can, and I don't care anymore. But he can't do this to someone else. I'm only doing these posts so I can save another woman from this evil person.
Well,
My mom just got here. She didn't want me to be alone, so she came.
we just had a big Bonita experience, and it was beautiful. He was there acting like he was the best man ever.
And we had the Bonita experience, you know what I'm saying? We with my man right here, big homie. Tell me who you is one time.
I go by the name of Rhino. Some people know Master Ryan.
So look, what you think about the music, man? That's what we here for. What you think about the music?
Man, the music is amazing.
Had mama fooled, and mama don't get easily fooled. But it's all good. I pray for his wife.
And people asking me, like, have I met his family? Yes, I met his kids. Come to find out, it's so many different lies. He told me all of his kids was by the same woman, his ex-wife. He sat here
and
in
looked
my
me
kitchen.
In my face.
My mother said, I like you because I don't like a liar. That's the first thing she said, which is crazy.
Okay, you looking me in my eyes, you answering all the questions. I said, one thing I can't stand is a liar. He was lying the whole time. Jesus. Had me fooled. Get that man an Oscar.
You need an Oscar, right? And so for everybody that's saying, oh, I'm going to go back to him. But even my mother said it at one point. She hung up the phone like, I raised somebody smarter than that. I wasn't telling him to call me because I wanted to be with him. I just needed answers. It was a shock. I wanted to know. And I got all my answers. This man still told me that he wasn't married. I said, why would that lady say that? He said he called her a B and everything.
If he did that
to her, you do that to me. We didn't talk to each other like that. If he ever called a woman a B or something in front of me, I told him, I don't like that. Do not call women B's. He was a different person. He could be a different person with me.
Yeah.
I would never met.
He was trying to be on his best behavior.
He was on his best behavior.
Because he had to.
So yeah, the homie's married but still had no shame. That boy did not care who caught him, who seen him. It did not matter. You seen he was all over the TikTok account with no shame. God damn. As of now, Miss Bonita is in her healing process. You guys go ahead and check out her Instagram or TikTok to go ahead and show us some love and see her document everything she's going through. But in my opinion right here, this situation is crazy as hell. But I gotta say this goes for men and women, and I say this all the time, but I can't stress it enough, that transparency is key. Like, real play activity is telling a person what your situation is and letting them decide if they want to be a part of it, Like, lying and taking advantage of people isn't keeping it player. It's weak and cowardly behavior. There will always will be willing participants to live the lifestyle of your choice. Trust me, you feel me? I talk to the homies all the time, and they have willing participants to be their side chicks. And sometimes even they girls is willing to go ahead and let them dibble and dabble with dealing with other women. But the thing about it is, there's only a particular set of men who go ahead and be able to play by those rules. You really got to be one of a kind to be able to have women go ahead and accept those things. But some dudes don't want to work for that. They just rather lie their ways in these quote-unquote cool situations. You feel me? But once again, I think it is cowardly behavior if you don't let somebody know, hey, this is my situation, you can rock with it or not. But I'm gonna say this right here, just do the world a bit of service by treating people with respect, by letting them choose. Things like this muddy the water, and then you wonder why men and women are having an ain't shit contest where the winner is decided by whomever is the most toxic person, and the best competitors come equipped with a bag full of trauma. Like, that's their gas, you feel me? To hurt other people after they've been hurt themselves. Now, I don't know this woman, so I don't know her flaws, but I will tell you that I would love for a woman to be that excited to please me, you feel me? I like that. I love that shit, you feel me? And I'm sure that women love the same energy, vice versa, but we as people need to understand that traumatic experiences like this will make a person second guess before we ever be this vulnerable again. How can you blame someone for experiencing something like this and then half stepping with the next person that they go ahead and deal with? Fellas, we understand how that shit go. Like, imagine people that love football. A running back, he hits the A gap, trying to explode through the hole, try to explode through that thing. And lo and behold, you got Ray Lewis sitting there to knock his fucking head off once he come through that fucking hole. Next time he gets the ball again, he's gonna be tiptoeing, scared and being cautious as he walks through that damn hole. So you gotta imagine these people that go through these traumatic experiences, relationships that was going all out to show all the love, and then they get burnt and hurt like this, men or women. Imagine the next time they go ahead and step out there and try to be vulnerable for someone. They're gonna be scared as hell to go ahead and do that shit. So we need to go ahead and think about this shit. Think about this the next time that you're in position with someone's heart in your hands. Think about the way that this lady felt after getting played, or better yet, think about a time where you experienced something similar. And I hope those thoughts help you decide to spare that person's feelings. And that's all I really got to say about this right here, you feel me? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. It's your boy Stacy. Yo.